The Seven now have two new members. Butcher tries to make amends with Ryan, and Homelander is losing control. The third episode of the fourth season of The Boys delves deep into the emotions of each character, alongside the brutalities that have become the trademark of the series. Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out all the details and Easter eggs behind this episode. Welcome to Comic Chronicles. The episode starts at an event to introduce the new members of the Seven, where Firecracker and Sister Sage join the team of supposed heroes. To complete the team, Homelander announces that he will reserve the last spot for his son, who is starting to go on missions. During the event, we see the Starlight is protesting against the Supes, which torments Homelander. He tries to maintain control and claims that they are the greatest threat the country has ever faced. He vows not to let them destroy the United States because the Seven are the true defenders of Americans. At Billy's house, Joe Kessler and he discuss bringing Ryan to their side. Butcher says he will talk to him to convince him, but he worries when he realizes that Joe has other plans. In reality, Joe wants to train the boy to defeat Homelander. They discuss drugging Ryan and keeping him in a bunker resistant to Supes until he cooperates. However, Billy only wants the boy to be safe and not be trained or forced to become a weapon against Homelander. After the event, Homelander questions Sister Sage's choice to invite Firecracker to the team, but Sage says she is the best choice against Starlight. She believes Firecracker's actions will further infuriate the Starlighters and asks him to trust her. In Starlight House, Huey and Starlight consult with a lawyer so that Huey's mother cannot make decisions for his comatose father. Unfortunately, the lawyer states that there is nothing they can do and suggests that Huey try to resolve things with his mother. Frenchie meets with Colin and asks to talk to him, but they are interrupted by a man who claims to rescue the children Firecracker said were being held hostage there. He accuses the Starlighters of being abusers and pulls out a gun. Frenchie disarms him, but a fight breaks out, and Frenchie defends himself, knocking down the man. Colin, while tending to his injuries, questions how Frenchie knows how to disarm someone. This shakes Frenchie, who distances himself due to his past actions against Colin's family. During an election cabinet meeting, Victoria Newman arrives late as she was supposedly not informed about the meeting. She questions Bob Singer about a new change in the draft, which aims to remove Vought from power and prohibit Supes from the military and other government functions. This directly affects Newman, who is running for vice president. When pressed, she agrees with Bob but warns against showing any prejudice against the Supes. Bob then dismisses the Supes as mere performers, stating that their place is in a talent show. One interesting detail is the name Burns in the background of that scene, which refers to the character Senator Burns, a nod to the series' assistant writer, Matt Burns. At the boys' headquarters, Mother's Milk tries to understand Homelander's plan and suggests recruiting A-Train as an informant. Starlight and Huey disagree at first, but Mother's Milk asserts that he is the leader. It is clear that he still struggles with leading the boys. Kimiko discovers a bright army cell nearby and calls Frenchie for help in destroying it. However, Frenchie is hallucinating after taking drugs to cope with his guilt. Kimiko has to deal with the army alone and encounters a woman who recognizes her but quickly flees. We are likely to learn more about her in the upcoming episodes. At Vought, Ashley is expelled from a meeting, and Homelander officially announces that Sage will replace her as Vought's CEO, making Ashley unnecessary. During the meeting, the Deep is questioned about the leaked information regarding the bodies in front of the courthouse in the previous episode, exonerating the Starlighters of their deaths. Due to this revelation, Sage removes him from leading the crime analysis department. A-Train is relieved because he was the one who leaked the information to the boys. Before we continue, if you're a fan of the boys and want to stay updated on all the details and Easter eggs of the series, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This way, you'll help us keep this channel going and reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. I also invite you to watch our playlist dedicated to the boys, where we discuss all the details of the fourth season. Thank you very much. Butcher manages to communicate with Ryan through a video game chat and convinces him to visit him for a conversation. Ryan goes to Billy's house, and upon arrival, Butcher offers him cookies that he made with tranquilizers. However, the boy declines as he is not hungry. Ryan asks if Butcher is afraid of dying, and Billy lies, saying he's not. However, Ryan quickly realizes the truth and says it was a mistake to meet him and that he knows Billy lied. Billy insists that he stays and suggests they play foosball and other games he prepared for them. While playing, Butcher mentions that he saw Ryan's rescue on TV. To his surprise, Ryan becomes saddened and confesses that he accidentally killed someone during the rescue, with Homelander telling him not to care. Crying, Ryan says he understands why Billy doesn't want him and that he wouldn't want himself if he were in Billy's place. Billy apologizes for the horrible things he said and admits that he tends to push people away because he's a terrible person who shouldn't take care of a child. Regarding his illness, he confesses his fear of dying without having achieved anything in life, as he has already lost his brother and wife and doesn't want to die without resolving things with Ryan. He then throws away the cookies he made, giving up his initial strategy, and decides to try to convince the boy by simply talking and showing the truth. A-Train receives a message from his brother asking to meet and talk. However, when he arrives, he discovers that Mother's Milk had cloned his phone and sent the message himself, wanting to meet A-Train in person and ask to join the boys as an informant. He mentions that he noticed A-Train's exhaustion and lack of sleep due to his disagreement with Homelander and Vought's actions. He believes A-Train has a chance to change and redeem himself because deep down, he cares about what happens. Starlight flies to Vought to question Firecracker about her hatred towards her. The new member of the Seven is surprised that Starlight doesn't remember and reveals that they participated in the same contest circuit for 3 years together. Starlight spread rumors about how Firecracker had done everything with the judges to reach the finals. Starlight apologizes and feels ashamed, but Firecracker doesn't accept her apology, claiming that people don't change and that she can see the mean little girl inside Starlight while everyone believes she is perfect and better than everyone else. Huey and Mother's Milk go to Vought on Ice, following a tip from A-Train that Newman and Homelander will meet there. Meanwhile, during the musical rehearsals, Huey walks through the ventilation ducts to find the Soups and discovers Homelander, Sage, and Newman's plan to eliminate Bob Singer once he assumes the presidency, giving Victoria a reason to invoke the 25th Amendment. In case of the president's removal, death, or resignation, the vice president must become president. In return, Newman will dismantle the Bureau of Superhuman Affairs, condemn the Defund the Soups movement, remove books and teachers who teach critical soup theory, and place a hero in every city with legal authority over the police. She will also reveal herself as a soup when she reaches the White House. While they talk, Huey eavesdrops through the ventilation but is noticed by Homelander, who attacks him. Huey manages to escape and, with A-Train's help, runs away from the scene. Later, he goes to the hospital, where he finds his mother, who has been with his father. He questions why she disappeared and left him, and she reveals that when she had him at the age of 22, she experienced postpartum depression. No matter how much she tried to hide it, the depression didn't go away, and she even attempted suicide. She left because she considered it a matter of life or death, although she didn't want to leave. In Sage's room, there is a moment where we can see a tool with blood on the tip on the table. Many people missed this detail, and I believe we will learn more about it in the upcoming episodes. This tool is used for lobotomies, so it is possible that Sister Sage used it on herself to reduce brain activity and relax. Being highly intelligent is her power, so imagine how many thoughts must run through her brain all the time, and how difficult it must be to disconnect. Is that what's happening? At the end of the episode, Ryan returns to Vought and finds his father furious, jealous, and sad at the same time because he discovered that Ryan had met Butcher. Homelander feels rejected and betrayed, despite doing everything to win his son's love. In the midst of his rage, he starts throwing objects, scaring Ryan, who runs away. Then we see Homelander so disturbed that he sees multiple versions of himself, talking to him through a broken mirror. This episode was quite interesting. As I mentioned regarding the previous episodes, this season has been strategically focusing on the relationships of its character groups. Although the series has received mixed reviews from the audience, I have enjoyed how this season explores the psyche of its main characters in each group. On the boys' side, we see Butcher reveal his fear of dying without resolving things with the only living part left of the person he loved. This is his final mission. Huey is dealing with his father's problems while his mother, who abandoned him as a child, suddenly reappears. Frenchie is tormented by guilt, not to mention the other members who also face their own dilemmas. On the Seven's side, Homelander seeks dominance for himself and his son, but Ryan clearly doesn't want to be a part of it. I could spend a long time discussing the other characters, but I just want to express that although this season has been weak in terms of action scenes and brutality compared to previous seasons, the dilemmas and issues faced by each character are well developed. Each character has their own arc that intertwines with another character's in an interesting way, but that's just my opinion. Please leave your opinion in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to keep up with the details of the upcoming episodes of the 4th season of The Boys. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.